Hi, this is Norman Kochnick here for Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnick. I'm actually at the Sydney Cricket Ground this afternoon or this evening. I'm here in Sydney, Australia at the SCG. I'm here to update you on a media release which has just been released by Cricket Australia. In fact, Cricket Australia have actually told Cricket South Africa this afternoon, or today at least, that the upcoming tour between Australia and South Africa, that is the 3 Test series, the Qantas tour, was meant to be played, and they've actually made a strong decision. They had no choice but to actually postpone the series based on the coronavirus pandemic in South Africa. Currently in South Africa, the pandemic is certainly rife, and the very fact that there's an actual virulent strain, a more variant form of the strain that's occurring in South Africa, they've had no choice but to make the decision to actually postpone the tour. Despite that, Australia has gone to a lot of trouble with South Africa to actually go about planning this tour, as they did for the Australia-India tour earlier on, and to make all efforts to have that series go ahead. Even Australia went to the point of funding anything that's necessary to actually make the tour happen and have conditions by way of a biosecurity bubble appropriate for an Australian team to actually tour. But of course, at all stages, Nick Hockley, the interim CEO of Cricket Australia, has always had at the forefront of his mind the safety of both the players, the staff, the officials, and the broadcasters and anyone involved with the event, as well as those patrons that will be there for the event. And the most important thing is the health and safety of those people. And based on that decision, and based on the variant strain that is actually more virulent apparently that is out there, they've decided that they cannot go ahead with the tour at this point in time and postpone it. They are also aware of the fact that this will actually have an effect on the ICC, potentially on the ICC World Championships, which may occur in June at Lords in England. The fact is that the importance there of the safety of the individuals is more important at this point in time. So effectively, that's the decision that's been made. Nick Hockley will come out with an actual full statement tomorrow in the press, but he has actually made it very clear that all pains and all the attention has been made to actually make this happen. Unfortunately, it could not. They've made a safe decision with Cricket South Africa involved as well. And on top of that, Joe Cannellan, also, who is the interim CEO for the Australian Cricketers Association, has also been involved with the discussion. He is also firmly behind the decision that Cricket Australia has made, understanding the series had some significant importance both for South Africa as well as Australia in terms of the continuing nature of international cricket. But unfortunately, he also has agreed to the fact that it needs to be looked at as a postponed tour based on the safety of the individuals involved and the people that they represent with the association. So it's a very strong decision, a very good decision, and from that basis the tour will be postponed. Now, that obviously the Australian cricket team was certainly ready to tour. They were well and truly training and in a position, having been in Australia, to actually go about that tour. A number of the players who played in the various forms of BBL and other domestic areas of cricket have been ready for this tour. But unfortunately, the decision has been made not to have it at this point in time, to postpone it, and they'll look to the future as to an appropriate date to have a forthcoming tour if it is possible. Obviously, they've got the tour currently in Pakistan, of South Africa and Pakistan. You've got the current tour of India about to start with, obviously, England in Chennai with the first test, and that'll, at this point in time, those matches and those tours are going ahead as per plan. It'll be interesting to see what develops with other tours in that midst. The very fact that South Africa are currently in Pakistan playing in their second test, in fact they're starting on Thursday, with Friday of course being the test between India and England. So this is Norman Kochnick, again at my favourite ground, the Sydney Cricket Ground, for Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnick. Don't forget to view, like and share the posts, and share by way of getting people to subscribe, as we want to grow this channel and make it at the forefront of news. This is Norman Kochnick from Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnick.